Glad to have you with us from Athens, Georgia. Tonight, under the lights and between the hedges, the Georgia Bulldogs are set to kick off another home opener. Maybe you need a little caffeine, or maybe the sheer energy of this matchup will keep you wide awake, as we know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Bruins will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Tuggle. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bulldogs offense will take the... Here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares, too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And they'll get it to... yard line, and they'll move the chains. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the single back. Fights off a defender. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter, but you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's what you're trying to do, not just in this game, but for the season. You're just trying to set the tone defensively, and they do that getting the sack. They feel good about their front 7 and all the athletes they have. It'll be fun to watch this unit for the rest of this game and see how they do in one-on-one situations.
Gets it out fast. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense. So the UCLA Bruins offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be peeking that way from the free safety position.
Yeah, he's been watching the film. This dude in the middle, man, he can light people up. So you can't tiptoe. You got to be aggressive and run in there. But this is a pretty interesting matchup today.
And I love safeties that make receivers think. Make them know they're going to be there over the middle of the field, and you better think twice about catching that football.
Martin back to pass. On target over the middle. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got his man across the middle. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Got his man in the middle. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. He'll do it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
And a really nice setup here to take a shot if they want. 3 receivers to the right. Now the play fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. And you think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. But when you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to throw. It's Raiola coming after it. He looks that one in nicely. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Coleman. He's run out of bounds. Move the sticks.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
And the Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. And he's able to find a little bit of running room.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole. Makes the tackle right at the 21. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and you're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Power football with the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off the boot, looking for his man. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. First and goal.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
Took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Martin will throw it. That is just a sideline clinic. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, the offense has made it known on this drive. They're trying to throw the football, and they're going to let this quarterback go to work. The defense does a great job winning up front. They get the sack to try to slow this momentum down.
He'll throw on 3rd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. The official says no good, and it is still a 4-point deficit. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Plummer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass.
Afterburner's coming. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And how about this offense? Man, they must have used fall camp perfectly. coming out firing on all cylinders, smooth, in a rhythm. Great start to the year by this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute.
Going for it all. Brings it in down the left side. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. You have to wonder, after missing a field goal on the last drive, how are they going to play this 3rd down? Martin back to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And it's no good after the missed field goal, still down by 11. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. He's going to fire deep. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, Ben. The end of a very entertaining first 2 quarters of football in Athens. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most comfortable. Plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some...
There he goes to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UCLA. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
They'll try to get the 2-point conversion here and make it a 3-point game. Martin will throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Line gets set, 1st down. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Going with the ground game left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphries. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Great job by the defense here rallying to this wide receiver and making the tackle. He is dangerous. They don't want to let this receiver get behind them, but they know that when he makes catches, they better rally quickly and get this guy on the ground. He is fast.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Raiola. It's complete to the left. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
And the Dogs will have it 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now.
And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was in cover 2, which means they had 2 safeties playing deep, and they took everything away from the quarterback vertically, forcing him to have to try to check it down. And a great job by the linebacker, jumping the throw and getting the pick.
Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Caught close to the marker, it's Gray. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attack.
Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Martin back to pass. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up, and this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Running it back, it's Tuggle. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And this will be... Big hit there, forces second down. Couldn't. Second down. Last time, let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Flores. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Shotgun snap on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And guys, after that field goal, brand new ball game, all tied up. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Another incompletion on third down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They'll leave it with him. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. The Bruins in the hurry-up. Going up top on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The play-action fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. We've reached the end of the third quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Martin will throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Tuggle. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Give to the single back. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? To the air, it's Raiola. He makes the connection. Oh, what a move! Touchdown, Georgia! They move on top here in the 4th.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation and timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, 3rd and short, the offense dials up the screen, expecting the pass rush to come upfield, man-to-man, but it just simply does not work. Defense stays home, and they force the incompletion.
On the return, it's Tuggle. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The give as they work on that clock. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. They'll try to power their way ahead. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's 4th down and 1. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Try to get it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and the offense goes for the knockout punch. They wanted to get the 1st down, run out this clock, take the dub. Now their defense is going to have to come out and step up big for them and make sure they don't give up any points.
Snags it over the middle.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, they're trailing in this game late. The defense knows it, so they're playing for pass. 2 plays ago, they get the sack. This time, they force an incompletion. Not a lot the offense can do here to catch him off guard. They're just going to have to make a huge play here on 4th down.
Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Makes a grab enough for the 1st. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Bruins will snap it on 1st and 10. Martin back to pass. Using the quick game. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Makes the grab.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes, and the waiting moment as that could be a costly play. Fourth down, gotta have it here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
We've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse Palmer.